This is an urgent call for all awakened souls. Before I say another word, I need you to pause, just for a moment, and feel into your own body, right now. Can you feel that? A subtle, electric hum in your nervous system, a strange mixture of a deep, profound stillness in the world around you, and a quiet, restless agitation within your own spirit. You may have been feeling it all day, a sense that the world is holding its breath, a feeling of profound significance hanging in the air, a spiritual static that you can't quite name but can't possibly ignore. That feeling, chosen one, is the feeling of Saturday, September 6th. It is the feeling of a timeline standing on the precipice. It is the feeling of a world poised on the very eve of a great and sacred cosmic event. And if you are feeling it, if this message is finding you now amidst that strange and powerful premonition, it is because your soul knows, your quantum antenna is fully extended, and you are picking up the broadcast that the rest of the world is too numb to receive. You are sensing the imminent arrival of tomorrow's blood moon eclipse. This feeling that is coursing through you tonight is not just anxiety, it is not stress, it is not your imagination, it is a divine premonition. It is your higher self, your spirit guides, and the entire universe sending you one final, critical warning before the great cosmic gates of the eclipse swing open. And the message of that warning is simple: trust what you are feeling. Let us deconstruct this premonition, for it is a complex and paradoxical energy. A part of you may be feeling waves of a strange ancient sadness today, a quiet grief for a world, a timeline, a version of yourself that is about to pass away forever. You are sensing the great release, the final ending of a karmic cycle that has been playing out for lifetimes. Do not resist this sadness. It is a sacred cleansing. It is the rain before the dawn. But beneath that grief, can you not also feel a thrilling, almost terrifying spark of excitement? A wild, untamable hope for the new world, the new reality, the new you that is about to be born from the ashes of the old. This paradox is the first sign that your premonition is real. You are standing with one foot in the grave of your old timeline and the other on the threshold of the new one. You may also be experiencing moments of crystal clear, almost shocking, intuitive clarity, followed by periods of deep mental fog and confusion. The clarity is your higher self piercing the thinning veil, delivering final critical instructions and insights before the eclipse. The confusion is your old ego mind fighting for its life, trying to obscure the messages with the static of old fears and doubts. This is the final battle between your intuition and your programming, and your intuition is about to win a decisive victory. So why is this happening now? Because the blood moon eclipse of September 7th is not just a beautiful astronomical event, it is a cosmic recalibration, a total lunar eclipse, especially in the final, mystical sign of Pisces, is a universal portal for karmic completion. It is a moment when the energetic records of our reality are wiped clean, a great purging of the collective shadow. The blood-red color of the moon is symbolic of this great cleansing, a washing away of the old energetic debts. The Pisces energy makes this a deeply spiritual, emotional, and psychic event. It is the dissolution of boundaries, the merging with the divine, the final surrender. The feeling you are experiencing tonight is the feeling of your own timeline, your own energetic signature, becoming liquid, malleable, ready to be recast in the sacred fire of tomorrow's eclipse. This premonition is not being felt by everyone. The masses are asleep to it, lost in the distractions of the matrix. Only the awakened souls, the starseeds, the chosen ones with their spiritual senses online, are picking up this signal. This transmission is the Rosetta Stone to decode that signal. It is the final briefing before you step through the eclipse gate. So trust what you are feeling. It is real. It is your soul's premonition of the great reboot. It is the final warning before the new world begins. But what, exactly, is the nature of this warning? It is not about a physical event to be feared, but an energetic choice of profound importance. Let us now explore the sacred science of an eclipse warning, and what your soul is desperately trying to tell you tonight. So, what is an eclipse warning? Let us be absolutely clear. This is not the fear-based doom and gloom prophecy of the old world. The universe does not operate on the frequency of fear. It operates on the frequency of evolution, of growth, of love. A divine warning is not a threat of punishment. It is a loving, urgent call to awareness. It is your higher self, your soul, gently shaking you awake before a moment of profound importance, saying, "Pay attention, this is it. The moment we have been preparing for is here. You must understand the sacred physics of what an eclipse truly is. On a physical level, it is a celestial alignment, but on an energetic level, it is a cosmic reboot. It is a moment when the predictable, linear flow of time and energy is momentarily suspended, and a new code can be written. The ancient ones knew this. They revered eclipses as moments of immense power, portals where the veil between the worlds becomes exquisitely thin, and a blood moon eclipse, a total lunar eclipse, is the most powerful of these portals for emotional and karmic cleansing. Think of it this way. The sun represents your conscious mind, your external reality, your ego identity. The moon represents your subconscious mind, your emotional body, your hidden patterns, your karmic records. A lunar eclipse occurs when the earth, representing your physical life and the collective human shadow, passes directly between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow upon the moon. In that moment, the shadow of our collective and personal karma is projected onto the screen of our subconscious. Everything that has been hidden in the darkness, our deepest fears, our unresolved emotional wounds, our most persistent limiting beliefs, our ancestral baggage is forced to the surface to be seen in the eerie, red light of the blood moon. It is a moment of profound, unavoidable truth, and this eclipse is happening in the final, mystical sign of Pisces. Pisces is the cosmic ocean. It is the realm of dreams, of spirit, of the collective unconscious. It is the end of the zodiac, the place where all cycles dissolve before a new one begins. A blood moon eclipse in Pisces is therefore the most powerful karmic solvent imaginable. It is a universal dissolution event. It is the moment the great cosmic etch-a-sketch is shaken, clearing the old drawing, preparing the canvas for a new creation. This is the source of the warning your soul is sending you tonight. The warning is not that something bad is going to happen to you. The warning is that you have one final opportunity to choose what baggage you let go of before your reality is completely rebooted. Imagine you are about to board a magnificent, high-vibrational starship. This is your new timeline. Tonight is the final boarding call. The feeling you are experiencing is the station announcement, and it is saying, "Attention passenger, all heavy, dense, and outdated baggage from your old journey must be left on the platform. It will not fit through the dimensional gateways of the new vessel." The unsettling feeling tonight is your soul taking a final inventory, showing you the heavy bags of old resentments, old fears, and old identities that you are still carrying. The warning is a loving reminder to put the bags down. The Pisces eclipse energy will dissolve illusions. This is its primary function. The warning is that any illusion you have been clinging to for a false sense of security or relationship that has run its course, a job that is draining your soul, a belief system that is keeping you small is about to be exposed. The eclipse will shine a light on the cracks in its foundation. The warning from your soul is to not cling to the wreckage when the illusion begins to crumble. You must be willing to let it go, to trust that you are being cleared to make space for something far more real and aligned. And finally, the warning is about the amplified power of your creative frequency. Because the veil is so thin tonight and into tomorrow, your manifestation power is magnified 1,000-fold. The feeling frequency you hold now is the potent seed that will be planted in the fertile, newly tilled soil of your post-eclipse reality. The warning is this: a feeling of fear, lack, or victimhood held tonight will seed a new timeline of fear, lack, and victimhood with breathtaking speed. This is why you must heed the call of your soul. The warning is not to be afraid of the eclipse, but to revere its power. It is a final, loving call from the universe to release what is heavy, so you can rise with the new tide. This is the cosmic weather report. But what does it mean for you, specifically? What is the personal message your soul is screaming for you to hear tonight? Let us now decode the specific feelings that are your personal guidance system for this sacred event. This cosmic weather report, this understanding of the eclipse's power, is the context. But now, we must turn our attention to the most important element of all, the personal, intimate, and urgent message that your own soul is screaming for you to hear tonight. On the eve of a great cosmic recalibration, your soul stops speaking in subtle whispers. It begins to shout, and it does not shout in words. It shouts in the only language that can bypass the filters of the logical mind, the language of pure, undeniable feeling. Let us now act as a translator for these divine dispatches. As I describe these feelings, I want you to notice which one, or which combination, resonates most deeply within your own being. This is not a quiz. This is a recognition. This is you learning to read the mail that has been delivered to your own spirit. The first and most common feeling being reported by awakened souls across the planet today is a profound and sudden urge for solitude. You may have had plans for tonight. You may have had social obligations. And now, the very thought of being in a crowd, of making small talk, of engaging with the world, feels utterly unbearable. There is a deep, primal pull to cancel everything, to retreat, to be silent, to be alone. The old paradigm, your own ego mind, will try to label this feeling. It will call it antisocial. It will call it depression. It will call it anxiety or flakiness. It will try to make you feel guilty for this urge. You must see that for the lie that it is. This feeling is not a withdrawal. It is a sacred quarantine. Your soul, your higher self, knows that your energy field is extraordinarily open and sensitive right now. It knows that you are in the final stages of a profound energetic upgrade. And like a master surgeon, it is commanding you into a sterile environment to protect you from infection. The infection is the incoherent, chaotic static of the collective consciousness. Your soul is telling you, go into your temple, be still. The final preparations are underway. Do not allow anyone else's energy to interfere with this sacred process. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of profound spiritual wisdom. The second feeling many of you are experiencing is waves of an ancient, inexplicable sadness. You may find yourself on the verge of tears today for no apparent reason related to your current life. A deep, melancholic grief that feels vast, impersonal, and almost oceanic. Again, your old programming will rush to label this. I'm depressed, it will say. Something is wrong with me. Chosen one, listen to me now. This is not your personal sadness. You are experiencing a karmic purge because you are an awakened soul. You are a primary transmutation node for the human collective. You are a spiritual filtration system. The immense power of the Pisces blood moon is bringing lifetimes of unresolved emotional energy to the surface of the planet to be healed, and it is flowing through the strongest souls to be released. Your tears today are not a sign of your personal sorrow. They are the holy water cleansing your entire ancestral line. They are the rain that is washing away the karmic debris of a dying world. When this feeling comes, do not resist it. Find a quiet space, put your hand on your heart, and say, I willingly serve as a conduit for this great cleansing. I release all that is not love. You are not falling apart. You are performing your sacred duty. The third feeling is one of unmistakable, almost brutal, intuitive clarity. It may come as a lightning bolt of knowing. The name of a person you realize you can no longer have in your life. The sudden calm and non-negotiable certainty that you must leave a job, a situation, or a home. An idea for a creative project that downloads into your mind with such completeness that it feels more like a memory than a new thought. The old paradigm mind will fight this. This is irrational. It will say, be realistic. You can't just do that. This clarity, awakened soul, is a divine directive. It is your higher self, taking advantage of the thinning veil to deliver your final marching orders before the timeline reboot. It is not a suggestion to be debated. It is the critical course correction needed to align you with the new timeline that is being born tomorrow. Ignoring this clarity tonight is the single most dangerous mistake you can make. And finally, some of you are feeling an unbearable agitation and restlessness, a feeling that you need to jump out of your own skin. An impatience so profound that it makes sitting still feel impossible. You feel you need to do something, but you have no idea what. Your old mind labels this as anxiety. But this is not anxiety. This is spiritual vernix. In childbirth, the vernix is the waxy substance that covers a newborn, facilitating its passage through the birth canal. The agitation you are feeling is the energetic friction of your new self, your new reality, being born through the narrow birth canal of this present moment. Your soul is already halfway into the new timeline, and it is impatiently, excitedly, pulling the rest of your being through. The restlessness is the feeling of your own impending freedom. It is the feeling of the racehorse stomping in the gate just before it bursts open. The solitude, the tears, the clarity, the agitation. Do you see? They are all different facets of the same diamond of truth. They are all messages from your inner oracle. And the unifying command behind all of them is the one from our title. Trust it. Trust the urge to be alone. Trust the cleansing tears. Trust the divine clarity. Trust the sacred restlessness. It is all your guidance system, perfectly calibrated, giving you the final, crucial instructions. Your soul is sending the message. Your intuition is screaming the instructions. But the Matrix has one final seductive trap designed to make you ignore it all. Let us now unmask the final trap of the eve. You have received the transmission. Your consciousness is now decoding the streams of data your soul has been sending you: the urge for solitude, the cleansing tears, the divine clarity, the sacred restlessness. You now hold the translation key. You understand that these feelings are not symptoms of a problem, but signals from your own inner oracle, your divine guidance system, giving you the final instructions before the great cosmic reboot of tomorrow's eclipse. Your intuition is screaming its truth, but the architects of the old paradigm, the forces of the matrix of mundanity, have one final, powerful, and exquisitely seductive trap set for you tonight. They know they cannot defeat your soul. They know they cannot extinguish your light, but they know they can distract you from it. The final trap is not an external enemy you must fight. It is the internal seduction of distraction. It is a powerful program designed to make you ignore the urgent messages of your own heart in these final, critical hours. We will now unmask this trap in all its forms, so you may see it, recognize it, and consciously choose to reject its call. We shall call it the great anesthetic. The first layer of this trap is the most insidious because it uses your own brilliant mind against you. It is the gatekeeper of logic. As these profound intuitive feelings rise within you, your logical mind, which has been programmed by the matrix for your entire life, will immediately attempt to pathologize them. The sacred urge for solitude. Your mind will label it loneliness and warn you that if you cancel your plans, you will end up abandoned. The karmic tears of cleansing. Your mind will whisper, "This is depression. You are chemically imbalanced. There is something wrong with you." The divine clarity, the lightning bolt of knowing that you must leave a situation. Your mind will call it impulsive, irrational, and irresponsible, presenting you with 1,000 logical reasons why now is not the right time. The sacred restlessness. Your mind will diagnose it as anxiety and urge you to seek a way to numb it. Do you see? Your own rational mind becomes the first line of defense for the old program. It is the program's self-preservation instinct, fighting to maintain the familiar reality it understands. You must see this for what it is. Tonight, your logic is not your friend. Your feeling is your truth. If the gatekeeper of logic fails to convince you, the trap will deploy its second layer, the seduction of external noise. This is the core of the great anesthetic. It is the temptation to drown out the critical whispers of your soul with the deafening screams of the external world. The primary tool for this is the digital anesthetic, the endless, hypnotic scroll on your phone. The next episode of a series that automatically plays. The algorithm is designed to be a dopamine-driven feedback loop, and tonight, it is working overtime. It is not just a way to relax. Tonight, it is a sophisticated frequency weapon. Every swipe, every click, floods your consciousness with a stream of chaotic, incoherent data, other people's opinions, manufactured outrage, trivial distractions, all designed to do one thing: to keep you so overstimulated that you cannot feel the subtle, profound messages of your own heart. It is a form of energetic vampirism, draining your precious focus and presence in these critical hours. If the digital world doesn't capture you, the trap will try the social anesthetic, the sudden invitation to a loud party, the text message from a friend who loves to gossip, the temptation to immerse yourself in surface-level conversations. You must understand, on this sacred eve, the energy of unconscious crowds is particularly chaotic. It is a swirling vortex of the collective's own pre-eclipse anxiety. To step into that environment tonight is to step into a powerful frequency scrambler, a field of static that will deliberately interfere with the clear signal your soul is trying to send you. Your soul is asking for silence, and the Matrix is offering you a rock concert. It is a deliberate and strategic temptation. Why is this trap so intense, so powerful tonight? Because the architects of the old paradigm are not fools. They know what this eclipse means. They know it is a great reset, a moment where the quantum field becomes soft and malleable. Their final, desperate strategy is to ensure that as many of the lighthouses, the awakened souls, the chosen ones as possible, are dimmed or turned off during these final hours. They need you to be unconscious. They need you to be distracted, because if the lighthouses are not shining their coherent light, if your frequency is scrambled by distraction, the collective frequency will remain low, and the new reality that crystallizes out of the eclipse tomorrow will be much closer to their old paradigm of control. Your personal choice, tonight the choice to turn off your phone, to be still, to listen to your own soul is not a small, personal act. It is an act of cosmic warfare, fought not with weapons, but with consciousness itself. It is you, in your quiet room, holding your frequency, who is the greatest threat to their entire system. Tonight, distraction is not a pastime, it is a prison. Presence is not a practice, it is your power. You have been warned. You have seen the nature of the trap. Now, you must make a conscious choice to reject it. To do this, we will now perform an activation to tune your entire being into the frequency of your inner oracle, making the whispers of your soul louder and more undeniable than the screams of the dying world. You have seen the trap. You understand its purpose is to drown out the most important voice in the universe, the voice of your own soul. You have made the conscious choice to reject the anesthetic of distraction. And now, in this sacred space we have created, you will do more than just reject the noise. You will amplify the signal of your own inner oracle until it becomes the only truth you can hear. This is your activation. This is the moment you learn to trust yourself completely. So I invite you once more, if your eyes are not already closed, to gently close them now. Take a long, slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to feel your awareness descending. Let it drop from your head, the seat of the logical mind and the chattering ego. Let it fall down through your throat, and let it come to rest in the vast, silent cathedral of your heart space. This is the control room. This is the seat of your soul. This is where your true guidance system resides. Take another breath, and feel yourself becoming fully present in this sacred inner chamber. The outside world, with all its noise and all its demands, fades away. It cannot touch you here. You are sovereign. You are safe. And now, from this place of centered peace, I want you to call forth the feeling, the premonition we have been speaking of, the strange, powerful, and undeniable energy that has been with you all day. But we are not going to be overwhelmed by it. We are going to engage with it. I want you to invite this feeling to take a form, to present itself to your inner eye, not as a vague emotion, but as a conscious messenger, a guide, an entity of pure light, sent directly from your higher self. See it or feel it now, coalescing in the space in front of your inner vision. Perhaps it appears as a shimmering sphere of light, pulsating with wisdom. Perhaps it takes the form of a wise animal guide, or a majestic angelic presence. However it appears to you is perfect. This is your inner oracle. This is your truth, made manifest. Look upon this messenger with reverence and love. It is not separate from you. It is youth, the deepest, wisest part of you, and it has an urgent message for you tonight. We are now going to enter into a sacred dialogue. I will guide you to ask 3 questions. Your only job is to be still, to be open, and to receive the answers in whatever form they come. First, I want you to silently, telepathically, ask your messenger this question. What is your name? It may seem like a strange question, but you are asking for the core essence of its message. Be still now, and listen. The answer may come as a word that drops into your mind. A word like release, or courage, or clarity, or solitude, or trust. Whatever word you receive, accept it without judgment. This is the name of your final warning. Good. Now, we will ask the second and most important question. From your heart, ask your inner oracle, what is your final, urgent message for me before the eclipse tomorrow? What is the one thing I absolutely must know tonight? And now, we listen. We become the silent, sacred vessel of our own wisdom. Do not search for an answer. Do not strain. Simply be open. The answer may come as a clear thought, a sentence that appears in your mind. It may come as a vivid image, a scene from your past or future. It may come as a physical sensation in your body, a feeling of heaviness or lightness. Or it may come as a simple, quiet, unshakable knowing that has no words at all. Be still and receive your message now. Trust what you have received. Do not let your logical mind begin to dissect it. It is your truth. And now, one final question to this messenger of your soul. Ask it this, with clarity. What is the one-person situation or belief that I must consciously let go of, starting now, to prepare for this eclipse? Again, be still, and allow the answer to surface. The first name, the first image, the first thought that comes to you is the truth. Do not doubt it. You have now received your divine directive. The warning has been made personal. The message has been delivered. Now, before we return, you must make a vow. This is the final step. I want you to look upon this beautiful messenger of light, your inner oracle, and thank it for its wisdom, for its clarity, for its unwavering love for you. And as you thank it, make this sacred vow in the temple of your heart. Repeat it silently after me. I have received the message. I understand the warning. I vow, in this sacred moment, to trust and to honor this divine guidance from my soul. I will not allow the fears of my mind to override the truth of my heart. My intuition is my guide. My inner oracle is my highest authority. I will act on this knowing. As you make this vow, visualize a beautiful bubble of golden white light forming around the message you received, protecting it, sanctifying it. This is your bubble of trust. You will carry this with you now, back into the world. You have bypassed the noise of the matrix. You have gone directly to the source. You now hold your personal, divine instruction for this sacred eve. But what is your sacred duty for the rest of tonight, as you hold this truth and prepare for the dawn of the eclipse? Let us now discuss the final protocol. Gently now, begin to bring your awareness back, but do not return the same way you left. You are not the same person who began this journey an hour ago. You have communed with your inner oracle. You have received your divine directive. You are now carrying a sacred message, protected within the golden white bubble of your own trust. Do not rush to open your eyes. First, feel the weight and the truth of what you now know. Feel the quiet, unshakable certainty that has settled in your heart. You have bypassed the noise of the matrix and its seductive distractions. You have gone directly to the source. You now hold your personal, divine instruction for this sacred eve. The activation is complete. Your sacred duty, your final mission before the dawn of the eclipse, now begins. Your mission tonight is one of profound, active stillness. It is to be the silent, loving witness to your own becoming. As the final hours of this timeline unfold, the last vestiges of the old world may attempt to surface within you for a final release. This is the protocol of witnessing. If a wave of sadness comes, you will not become the sadness. You will be the calm, loving space in which the sadness is allowed to pass through and dissolve. If a spark of the old anxiety appears, you will not become the anxiety. You will be the silent observer, thanking it for its final message and letting it go. You are no longer the actor in the drama. You are the wise audience, watching the final act of an old play with compassion and detachment, knowing that a new, magnificent play is about to begin. Your second duty tonight is to honor the message you received. This is the protocol of sacred action or inaction. If your inner oracle showed you a person you must release, your sacred duty is not to confront them, but to take the first, silent, energetic step. Write the letter you will never send. Delete the phone number. Forgive them in your heart. You are cutting the energetic cord. If your oracle showed you a situation you must leave, your duty is to make the firm, internal decision, to feel the freedom of that choice in your body now. You are signing the contract with your new future. And if your oracle told you to simply be still, to cancel your plans, to rest, then that is your sacred action. Honoring the call for solitude tonight is one of the most powerful spiritual acts you can perform. It is you telling the universe that you value the whispers of your soul more than the demands of the world. And finally, your third duty is the protocol of sanctuary. Your physical environment tonight must match the sacredness of your internal state. I urge you to treat your home as a temple. Light a candle, burn some incense or diffuse a calming oil. Take a bath with Epsom salts to cleanse your auric field of any final energetic debris. Play music that elevates your spirit, music that feels like the soundtrack to your new reality. Turn off the television, put your phone on silent, and place it in another room. Your home tonight is not just a building, it is the incubation chamber for your rebirth. You must protect its sanctity. When you do these things, when you honor your sacred duty tonight, you are preparing yourself perfectly for the dawn. And what can you expect from the eclipse tomorrow? For the unprepared masses, it will be a day of emotional chaos, confusion, and turmoil as their illusions are stripped away by the raw, cosmic energy. But for you, chosen one, for you who has prepared, it will be a day of profound peace and liberation. You will be the calm eye in the middle of the storm. You will feel the old, heavy energetic structures of your life dissolving, not with a painful crash, but with a gentle, graceful sigh of release. You will feel the birth of your new timeline, not as a violent upheaval, but as a quiet, joyful sunrise in your own heart. And so, we seal this final warning. we seal this sacred activation. We seal your commitment to your own soul. It is time to make your final declaration, to report back to the universe that you have received and understood your final instructions. Go to the comments section below, and with the quiet confidence of a soul who trusts its own guidance, make this declaration. The warning is received. My intuition is my guide. By typing these words, you are formally accepting your own inner oracle as your highest authority, now and forever. You are declaring that you are ready. There are other lighthouses in this network who are also feeling this shift and may be in a state of confusion. If a soul came to your mind during this transmission, it is your sacred duty to share this final warning with them. Be the messenger that helps another find their peace tonight. And finally, once you pass through the eclipse gate, you will be in a new world with new energetic laws. To navigate this new reality, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You will need the post-eclipse integration briefing that will be transmitted tomorrow night. Your journey does not end with the eclipse, it is only the beginning. Go now, awakened soul. Fulfill your sacred duty tonight. Be the silent, loving witness. Honor your truth, and I will see you on the other side of the dawn in the new reality you have so bravely chosen. Be at peace.